Are you tired of cancer being the elephant in the room? Well, here at the Big C, it's not bigger than me. We're ready to talk about it. And not just the serious stuff. Join us for a light-hearted take on your cancer journey with plenty of laughs and hope along the way.
So hello listeners, and on today's show we have a very, very special guest. It's Andre Da Silva. Andre Da Silva is Outsing Cancer. He is. Without Andre we would not have the wonderful choir that we have today, which we started in 2018, and he's going to speak a little bit about how he met us and how he got involved with Outsing Cancer and what has happened to him since.
And it was a terrible experience as well, because it was the first time they said to me, you can't stay with your son, you can't stay beside him, you have to leave him. And then I left him there, and then I went to my car and I cried.
Well, Dwayne, we're on episode 5 of the podcast.
5 already?
I know.
It's going fast.
They've been good though, haven't they?
Yeah, lots of different people, lots of different journeys, I suppose,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
It is.
So yeah, all been good.
What have you been up to?
Been on holiday.
Yes, you did. You went to Bath.
Went to
We missed
posh
you.
Bath.
It
Yeah.
was very quiet here.
Do you know what the
without
best thing about Bath was? We stayed in an Airbnb,
Yeah.
which was literally opposite the Abbey.
Yeah.
So beautiful view. And do you know what the best thing for Jenna was?
What?
Literally downstairs was the biggest Primark you can think of. So she loved it, and it didn't cost us a fortune.
That's good.
Which is nice. No, it's nice to have a little break, away, of course, and then obviously to come back and see the members again, and then get them up and running in all their classes. So I think they missed us, as in the gym not being open as frequently as it has been. So nice to have the classes back full again and thriving. So yeah, all good.
Okay. And I've just come back from France, where it was very stonking hot.
Yes.
And I actually managed to take an old keyboard over there. So I still can exercise because I still can have my PT because we can do that online. But it was really nice to take the keyboard and I had a little practice on that and a little sing. So I didn't miss anything really. But I'm really glad to be back. It's nice to be back in the chair, back to rehearsals. We got a couple of performances at the end of the month. Nice to get back in the gym again. So yeah, it's all good, darling.
You've got lots of performances coming up, haven't you?
We've got a
Lots
few,
and lots.
yes. And you're going to be at one of them, aren't you?
Yes.
Leslie's.
Oh yes.
Need to
Yeah.
talk about
Someone's big birthday
Yeah,
coming up.
yeah.
So yeah, and they invited the choir to come and sing along to.
They have, yeah.
So yeah.
So
And to raise money for us as well as Cancer United as a little donation,
always good.
which is always welcome,
Always good.
of course.
Always good. Yeah. So we're looking forward to having Andre today. That should be really interesting.
Yeah, I think for the members that know Andre, I think it's, obviously they get to know him a little bit more through the interview, but also I think for members that don't know Andre and don't know much about the choir, or even people that aren't members that might be interested in singing, and I think it's a great opportunity for them to come and have a look, come and have a go, as we say.
Definitely. Yeah, well, we're lucky to have him. He's a bit special. A bit like you. He's very special. So, yeah, looking forward to it. Okay, so welcome, Andre. We're so happy that you've agreed to come onto the podcast because Outsing Cancer Choir is a massive part of Cancer United. It's huge and it's done so much, and it couldn't have happened without you. So we love you for that. We are so grateful for that. And maybe you'd like to start by telling us actually how you met us. Would be interesting, I think.
Yes. Hello everyone, thank you very much John, Dwayne, for having me today. I'm just gonna share a little bit about the first day that I met John and Erica.
Yes.
Was quite excited.
Yeah.
I just came to live here in the UK. I came from Brazil, and I came in 2017, at the end of 2017. At that moment, a choir that I've worked before was doing a concert just to raise money to help our charity, in December. And my friend that I've worked before, I got in contact with her, and then she invited me to come down to see the choir to see all the members and then to enjoy myself. And they were raising money for Cancer United. I didn't know Cancer United.
You didn't?
No, I didn't. And then after that, members of Cancer United, they would like to form a choir.
Yes.
And they didn't know, John didn't know how to do it.
I didn't.
No, I didn't. And I just came again to live here in the UK, and then I was trying to find a job.
Yep, you were.
And then my friend got in contact with Jan, or Jan got in contact with
She
my
did,
friend, and
yeah.
then she just pointed me to Jan. And then I was quite nervous, to be honest, in the first meeting. John explained to me all about Cancer United, all the project, and Erica as well. Was so exciting to hear everything. And then we start the choir in Feb 2018.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. And that was, was really, how can I say, it was really special moment.
It was.
And then we started working together.
I think it was strange to think that we were all listening to this concert, which was being put on in aid of Cancer United, and we didn't know that Andrea was in the audience.
I was there behind you.
Yes, he was right behind us, and the friend that he's talking about is Carrie Reynolds. She's a great girl, and worked with Andrea to create Inspirations Choir.
Yeah.
And I phoned her and said, well, now you've done it, now the members that I took to the concert all want a choir, what am I going to do? And she said, well, funny you should say that. And as soon as we met, Andrea and I met, I knew that he was just perfect for Out in Cancer, because he's a gentle person, very talented, very special, but a gentle person, and cancer patients need gentle. And Dwayne was part of that choir, weren't you?
I was, yeah. So when we first started, I used to come to the choir. Obviously, I'm not part of the choir at the moment, but I mean, for some of the members or people that are listening, I think some people don't realise that we have a choir. And obviously, when people come for a consultation, there's so much information there for people to gather in. Obviously, exercise is a forefront, but singing is part of exercise. So using your diaphragm, using your breathing, using your core muscles, which Andre teaches everyone. And I think, Andre will often say if people can talk, they can sing. And actually, I think it's the power of the group, which is really amazing. So when people sing together, and I can remember sitting next to people like Jeff and people like that who are singers, that really kind of help and pull you up. So it kind of does unite you as a group, and especially when you go and do performances, because everyone's a little bit nervous, everyone's a little bit, got that feeling of you're going out to perform in front of people, but then when people step up and sing together, there's something about it. And you see from the crowds as well, when people are watching you, how they have an emotional take to music and to certain songs. It's quite interesting how music does really transfer people mentally somewhere, doesn't it? It kind of can take them away or travel them backwards or take into some sort of emotional state. So I think for people Cancer United, I think it's such a great thing for them to do. And again, I say to the members that have never tried it, I think if you haven't had a go at it, just come and have a go.
So, Andre, would you like to tell the listeners about how we started? We started in February, didn't we, with 20 members.
Yes.
What were your feelings on that first day?
I was nervous to meet him because it wasn't my environment to work with people with cancer. Anyway, I always work with, how can I say, was a special choir formed by people with cancer. So they are going through something that I've never experienced before. I was nervous about the songs that I choose about the repertoire and how to approach them. But I realized they are normal as everyone. They're human.
Yes.
And then was really nice, to be honest, and to see their faces, having a conversation, to know them a little bit more, and then of course to know about the struggles they are going through, and then just sharing life and love and sharing music. That was really special. Yeah.
So the choir started off with 20 members, and now we have 2 choirs, don't we? Nearly 50 members, and it grew and it grew and it grew. So and the repertoire has also grown. I think we have about 60 songs now that we across
more
all.
than that.
Yeah, we do. And so what happened to you was that you decided that you would like to further your education and do, because you have a master's, and you wanted to do a PhD on the impact singing has in a choir for a cancer patient, because obviously you could see the changes that you were making.
Yeah. That's really, it's really special too. That's a survey that I'm doing now. The study that I'm doing now is how joining a choir can impact the well-being part of life in people diagnosed with cancer. And I'm trying to find impact on the well-being, and emotional well-being, and some cognitive, like on memories, how impact the memory, because sometimes we have to sing by memory. And then the sense of belonging in a group, that's really, really important, you know, when you are in a society. Of course, the vitality as well, and some kind of physical impact. And it's unbelievable how music can impact our lives a lot. Like Dwayne was saying about breathing, is essential for our life. It's good for our brain, for our heart, for our body, you know. And then the enjoyment when we sing together, when we achieve something, when we are performing outside in front of people, in front of families and friends, the self-confidence, the self-esteem is going up. So everything's changed. And then when we start rehearsing something that sometimes they feel that's really difficult, and then at the end they achieve that, they see, whoa, we can do it. It's something like the feeling of that, it's unbelievable. So the well-being is a lot, and I think changes the quality of life as well. They are related. They are a little bit distinct, you know. It's not the same, but you know, that promotes happiness, enjoyment, uplifting, so many things, you know, happening when you sing.
I think the great thing is that Dwayne teaches with humour. It's one of his natural skills. Nobody taught him to do it. That's the way he is. And you do the same thing with the choir. From the minute you enter the room, everybody's lifted, everybody's eager to start, and you have a very special way of saying, yes, that was brilliant. However, you know, and it's a gentle way of doing that.
Yeah.
But you've taught so much technique. The change in the choir is phenomenal.
Yeah. It's something I start doing like my job, you know what I mean? And then I think in the middle of the way it changed to something like, yes, I'm doing something more than my job. I'm helping people. I'm helping people to go through a situation and living life with a perspective. And it's good to see the resilience as well. Because when we start something, like when you start a difficult song that we have to sing, the resilience, you can see they want to achieve, you know, the end of the song. Oh, that's going to be good. So I think it's good for your life to have something like that as well. Challenges. It's really good. And I've never underestimated anyone. I think everyone is able to do whatever they want to do. Anyway.
Well, it's proven, because we have, obviously, as a cancer support charity, we do, unfortunately, members have to leave us. You know, their journey has come to an end, but it's proven that we do help people prolong their lives, and we give them great enjoyment. Something happened to you through your journey, didn't it? You didn't, which you didn't expect. You were working with us, and then something happened.
Yeah, I was working with Cancer United, and suddenly my son is starting feeling well, and then he felt something in his lung, in his chest, and then we went to the GP. GP gave us some exams to do, like X-ray. Anyway, in long short story, we end up in the hospital, and he stayed there for a long time. All night. I think 4, 5, 6 hours. I don't know. And they were trying to do so many exams to see what was happening. Yeah, what was wrong. And they didn't find anything, but they said something is there. There is something there. And then we went home, and then he wasn't feeling well. He felt something moving inside of his chest. And then they discovered that was a cancer, and it was Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer, stage 3. Was really a shock.
Because John was only how old?
He was 18 years old.
Yes, yeah.
And then I remember the day, we were there. I was there, my wife was there, John was there waiting, because the hospital called us to have a meeting all together. And then we were just waiting in the room just to see, maybe, because the doctor said in the first, he had a big heart. It's another disease, you have to have a big heart or something. And then we were just waiting there, have a conversation, and then suddenly you can see, through the door coming 2 doctors and a nurse.
Oops.
When you have got 3 people coming in the room,
Yeah.
and then you expect something like, okay, what's going on? I've never thought about cancer. Never. I thought something on, I don't know. And then he just started conversation, and then started explaining everything and showing some pictures. And then he said, "Yeah, your son has a cancer." When the doctor said that my son had a cancer, my world stopped. I couldn't hear anything else. I couldn't understand what they asked. Stop. I would just the emotion was really emotional. And then I saw my wife crying, and then I saw John. He was quite emotional as well, but I couldn't understand English, Portuguese, or whatever, any language. I just was stuck in there with the word cancer.
Yes.
Yeah, wasn't good feeling. No, wasn't. But I praise God for Cancer United, I can tell you, because John knew everything about Hodgkin's lymphoma. He gave a lesson about that, and the connection with the nurses and the hospitals and doctors and everything. She went with us with the first meeting we had here in Chichester Hospital, which was really good. And then was an easy journey, but was comfortable to have friends and to have family. And to have my God with us all together, because I didn't have strength enough. So what I would like to say is we need each other.
Yes.
Yeah. And this charity and the choir, is really supportive people. You can't go through alone. No, definitely not. You can go through this journey alone. So I'm so happy that John is well today. He's doing his last year at university in London.
Tell us what he's doing.
He's doing music production and audio engineering. He's so happy. He's clean. He's and it's done. But it was tough. It was really, really tough. I cried alone a lot. I prayed a lot. I didn't have strength to wake up in the morning, but I need to do that for him and for my family as well. And going to Southampton every fortnightly, staying there early in the morning, 7 o'clock, and then until 5, 6, I don't know, I was there with him. And in the middle of this journey, because it was December 19, we had COVID. Good.
Just to add to the story.
Just add a little bit. And then at the end of his treatment, he had infection in his PICC line. And it was a terrible experience as well, because it was the first time they said to me, you can't stay with your son, you can't stay beside him. You have to leave him. And then I left him there, and then I went to my car and I cried. I couldn't be with him, and then with the infection, they kept him in the hospital. I need to leave him there, and coming back home, coming to Bogdan and back again was really tough. I can say, but now everything is done. It's done. Yeah.
Well, there's not many people that have gone through your journey, and it is. I'm just delighted that you feel that it was a good thing for you to be part of Cancer United at that time, because it's there's not many parents that have to go through that, and it is truly awful. And John was amazing because he was determined as well.
Oh wow.
Just like he's determined with his music.
Really
yeah. So that was really good. So it's almost like, I don't know, it was a horrendous time, but as you say, you had us.
Well, I think for me now, what I got from all this kind of experience, I can understand people that are going through this situation now.
Yeah.
I know the feeling about the family, about the fears, the thoughts, and I can understand that a little bit more. It's different when you don't have this experience in your life. You just have an idea, how people are going through this. But when you are inside of the hurricane, so you can see around, everything is going around you, and then you can feel what they are feeling. Maybe sometimes people, they are going more deep than you are, but I can get now the perspective about cancer in this.
So do you think in a way it's helped you?
Oh, it's helped me.
Yeah,
helped me a lot.
And all experiences are a learning thing, aren't they? All experiences.
I think I hear it often when people come here for consultation, even though it's them going through the cancer, it's often that their family gets affected in a different way. And that's why we offer here, people can come and bring their family, they can bring their partners and things like that. They can come and exercise together, come part of the choir together, because it's not only them that's been or going through cancer, it's their partner as well. And often when you're going through cancer, I suppose you've got, in some ways, things to do, haven't you? With the person there by the side helping, supporting, they're like, well, how can I help? How can I support? What can I do? So your hands are a bit tied while this person's going through cancer. So that's why we help and support all those that have been affected by cancer, whether it's a partner, a friend, all those sort of things, to kind of really help them.
And what was amazing, I thought, was that you never, ever failed to turn up for a rehearsal. You were always there with us, always.
No, all the time.
And all the members knew, and we were there for you, but you never ever didn't turn up for rehearsal. And in fact, since that time, we've just got better and better and better.
Yeah.
It is daunting, I think, for some new members to come into the choir because they think we're so advanced, but they're always welcomed, aren't they?
Yeah, all of them.
And unless we are working towards a performance, we help you help them and learn the songs and everything like
they
that.
don't have to sing in the performance if they don't want to.
No.
It's just if you come just for your enjoyment, just for staying there with us, it's fine.
I think it's an amazing thing that we've created, and we couldn't have done it without you. There's no way. You are Alcin Kaiser. No, Andre, we couldn't. A bit like Dwayne is CU Fitter. It's the way it is. And we miss you in the choir, Dwayne.
I know. For me, it's just time, really.
I know.
And still waiting to do the solo.
I thought you said you wanted to do a bit of rapping.
Well,
yeah, rapping solo.
If you come back,
I do remember with one of our members said, I can remember when we sang at John Lewis actually.
Oh yeah.
Was that at Christmas time?
It
I
was
can't remember.
Christmas, yeah.
And what was great about that one, the people coming into John Lewis were going up the conveyor belt, if you remember,
Yes.
up the escalators.
Yes.
So they had no way of turning back, did they?
No.
Once we were on there, they had to come up past us.
Yeah.
And
With
one
the
of our
buckets,
members,
people with the buckets.
the furniture.
one of our members who was fantastic at getting money out of people by shaking their bucket, really lovely lady. I said, how are you getting on? You getting? Yeah, I'm getting lots of money. She goes, Dwayne, you've got a very distinctive voice. And I said, What does that actually mean? You know, it's very distinctive. Your voice is very distinctive. And I was like, well, what does that mean? I never really got to the bottom of that. And she goes, well, I can definitely hear you. And I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing, but
of course it was a good thing. Sure.
But no, it's always. I mean, I do miss being part of the choir. For me, it's just time really with all the different things that are going on. I miss being part of the group. I think and learning the songs. And like I say, when you got people like Jeff and all those people that are music people, they do teach you. They teach you about how to read the music as you do. But when you got someone next to you, Jeff will go, oh no, you've sung this wrong, you need to sing it like this because it's going up here or down here, which is really nice. Again, it's just the learning thing, and I think it's always good to learn things. It's always good for our minds, to keep learning and keep moving forwards.
That's what I'm saying. Cognitive function, and memory is good.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you have to sing by memory.
We do. I would love us always to sing by memory.
And the other thing, you don't have to be scared about the music score. It's just a map. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, it's fine. Just look at the lyrics then. Yeah, it's all right.
So how far down the line are you with your PhD?
Oh well, now I think I have gone 1 year more.
1 year more.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And we've been on that journey with you.
Really tough. Yeah, you've been there with me. Because it's a second language. You have to know how to write in academic English.
Yes.
And then with 4 kids in the house working and doing a lot of things, At the same time, you have to stop and think and search for everything you have to search in the PhD studies. I'm not gonna say that it's tough, but it's difficult. Anyway.
But I'm saying, Andrea, when you've achieved it and you are a doctor, your research will be out there for people across the world to access. How wonderful is that? That is truly wonderful. Yeah, and that is something that Cancer United has contributed to, and we are very proud of that. Of course we are. I mean, it's amazing when you think about that. We have had some research on C. difficile as well, which is published. So to have that evidence, I suppose, is truly phenomenal. So Andrea, can you just, is there anybody in particular that you would like to highlight throughout Outsing Cancer? Perhaps someone that joined as an initial member and then went through the whole journey that was transformational for you, for her, for someone?
Well, I can say about Sue.
Yeah.
She was a member in the choir, a special member. Her resilience helped me a lot, and is still helping. She was there in every rehearsal. She was there in every performances. I remember that she said one day for me that I said to my doctor, I'm not gonna go anywhere. I'm gonna stay here because I'm so committed to my choir, and I have to sing a lot. We have got so many performances to do. So it's something was really, really special. And the thing is, she was paired with the uniform, with the choir uniform. This is, my goodness, it's so special how the choir impacted her life a lot. I couldn't imagine, because I was there doing my job. And then suddenly someone just shared her life, saying that the choir is the main thing in my life. I can go on, I can carry on, I can, even with my burdens, even with my experience at the moment in treatment, trying to survive for life, choir is ever. So I was really touched by her. Really, really, really touched. A special friend.
And that's why we decided to do that video of This Is Me for her. Yeah. And so she lives on through the choir. And we did that for her. She was special. I think there are many, many special members, but she was one of the very special ones.
Oh, all of them.
Yeah, she
very
was
special.
And that was a great, and that was a fantastic video, and we need to do some more.
We will.
So Andre, we thank you so much for today.
Thank you for having me.
It's been incredible, and I'm sure that all the listeners listening to this will find it incredible. And I hope we attract some people to the choir.
Yeah, definitely. I think if people go to the website's always good. If you go to Cancer United website, And we've got lots of videos of the choir, of the performances, lots of videos that we put up there. So they can kind of just get a little taster. And I think, like you said, if they contact the office or go via the website, they can speak to Lisa in the office, and then we can get them in touch with one of the choir members.
Yeah,
and then they can come down, and we can partner them up with someone, and then they can, come have a go. I think it's a great opportunity. It's something different in regards to what we do, which is great. And again, like we said, it's to do with the exercise, it's to do with the well-being, that group, that's group support as well. So I think there's, for members that have recently joined or members that have been here for a while, have a go. That's what I say. It's worth a go, even if you have got a distinctive voice.
You never work.
And we have fun, don't we? We have such a laugh.
It's good fun.
It's great. Cancer United is about having fun.
Yes.
It is. So Andre, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow, Dwayne, that was seriously good. I mean, could you imagine going through that?
It must have been awful. I think he was, probably at the right place at the right time,
Yes,
I think,
yes.
in regards to Cancer United being there for him.
Yes, yeah.
And especially being Andre. I think just to have the network of people that, like yourself, myself, and all the members around him to support him and to guide him, and especially, not English being your first language, and someone coming in to tell you, all that news. I mean, and you can tell, like, emotionally how he was and how and we hear it often. People's world stop. As soon as people hear the word cancer, they stop. Yeah. And they're like, what does this mean?
This is why we got Cancer United.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that's why, if you have been diagnosed with cancer or affected by cancer, that's why you should come and speak to people here, because they know what it's like. They know because they're going through it, their family, their friends, and it's support. If they just allow Cancer United to embrace them.
Exactly.
And I think sometimes that's hard, and people are nervous, I get it, but just let them embrace and let it do its thing.
Yes.
And it will naturally,
Yes.
comfort you.
Yes.
So I think the more people that understand that, the more people will benefit from the benefits of what we have to offer.
We just need to keep doing the podcast.
Yes, well, and all the other things, the classes, the walking football, the choir, it goes on and on.
Definitely.
So yeah, more and more.
We're a bit special, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it, folks. See you next time.
See you
It's a
next
goodbye
time.
from me, and it's a goodbye from Dwayne.
Bye.